First, we'll take up the agriculture sector. Its role in India, its growth and the problems. So, agriculture, role in India. What role it plays, how it is important. First and foremost, it is important because it provides employment. When India attained independence, the main occupation of the people was agriculture. They were into farming. Nearly 72% of the population was engaged in farming. Slowly, as the other sectors grew, that percentage has fallen down. 49% of the workforce is involved in agriculture work. Though in the years, we may say that the absolute number has increased, but this is because the population has increased many folds. So the number of people that are working in agriculture sector has increased, but the percentage of the total population that works in the agriculture has fallen down. Another very important thing is that people working on farms. Earlier, a large percentage of people was working on farms. Now the people working on farms has come down, and the people who are associated with the agriculture work other than farming, like warehousing, storage, transportation, all this has increased. So it is a big employment generator, agriculture sector. 49% of our working force is working in agriculture sector. Now, when it is an employment generator, it is an income generator as well. Share in national income. At the time of independence, since majorly all the people were involved in the agriculture sector, the income that was coming from it was also high. 55% of the national income was coming from agriculture sector. But now, after 6 decades, it has fallen considerably. Only 14% of the income we get from the agriculture sector. What does that mean? It means that the other sectors have grown tremendously, and the income that is generating from the agriculture sector has fallen. So, we can say that employment is 49% and the share in GDP of agriculture is 14%. Nearly 50% population is working, but the income that is generated is 14%. So, its share in national income is 14%, but still it is very important. Agriculture is important because it is a supporting industry. Supporting industry means that it provides support to other industries. There are many industries that are based on agriculture-based products. They need their input from agriculture. Like sugar industry, the main input is sugarcane. So, they are dependent on agriculture. Textile, they need cotton. They depend on agriculture. So, there are many industries which are dependent on agriculture. Paper, they also depend on wood. They also depend on agriculture. Similarly, it provides inputs to many other industries like coffee, rubber, and leather. All these things are also dependent on agriculture. Farmers' income. Many other industries like tractor industry, fertilizer industry, they all depend on the income of the farmer. If the farmer is doing well, if he is earning well, he'll buy more tractors, he'll use more fertilizers. So these industries also depend on the income of farmer. If farmer is doing well, these industries will also prosper. If agriculture is doing well, otherwise they'll also face problems. Share in foreign trade. What share agriculture has in foreign trade? Now, when I talk of foreign trade, I mean export and import. Export of agriculture produce and import of agriculture produce. Agro exports means the goods that we are selling to foreign countries, and agro import means the agriculture goods that we are buying from other countries. So, agro exports, earlier, in 1950s, we were mainly exporting cotton textiles, jute and tea. And other than that, we were also exporting cashew, kernels, oils and pulses, etc. We were also exporting this. So total, our share in agriculture during independence was 70%. So whatever was being exported or whatever we were selling abroad was 70% of it was agriculture goods. Amongst which 50% was cotton textiles, jute and tea. This was 50% and the rest was 20% other things. But over the years it has fallen considerably. Now we export only the total percentage that of agriculture goods that goes in export of is 12%. 12% agriculture goods we export now. Which is very less because it is our main occupation. Mostly people are working in that field, so we should be exporting more. But now it has fallen, only 12% we are exporting. And for that, the government has launched special agriculture product scheme. Special agriculture products, that means products other than food grains like flours, vegetables, dairy products. All this production should be increased and we should aim at exporting these things because we are naturally, geographically, we are very diverse and we have conditions that are favorable for growing different types of things. So we should also aim at increasing the production of floriculture, horticulture, pisciculture. Pisciculture is production of fishes and dairy products. All this we should aim at increasing. For this, government has launched SAPS. SAPS is Special Agriculture Product Scheme. It has been launched to increase export. To increase export. SAPS has been launched in the year 2013 and 14. Now, this was export, what we were selling abroad. Now, let us talk about agro import. Import is what we are buying from abroad, from foreign countries. Earlier, when we had attained independence, we were not even sufficient enough, we were not capable enough to produce goods that were sufficient to cater to our own population. That is, the food grains that were available were very less and the population was large. So, there was a crisis of agriculture goods. At that time, we were importing food grains, pulses, edible oils, etc. from abroad whenever there was a shortage. So, nearly 25% of our agricultural import constituted of agriculture goods. But now, as time has passed, we have become self-sufficient and now we import only 3% of agriculture goods. This is because of the green revolution that was introduced, about which we will study later. All these things have made us self-sufficient. It is only when the monsoon is not good, when the weather is not favorable and when there are droughts or conditions like this, then we have to import. Like recently, because the monsoon has not been good, so the production of pulses is less, so we will have to import them from outside. But it is on a very rare basis this happens. Rare cases are there when the production is not good. Otherwise, we have become self-sufficient and we are only importing 3% of the total produce. So, agriculture plays an important role in foreign trade as well. Then it is a supplier of food and fodder. Food it provides for people, fodder it provides for livestock like cattle, all those things. So, it provides fodder for animals. Savings of capital, it is also an area where capital is less required. Investment required is less. That is, it is a sector with low capital output ratio. Low capital output ratio is for producing each unit of output, the capital that is required is less in comparison to industries where for producing each unit of output, you need more capital. But whereas in agriculture, you need less capital. So it is a sector which saves on capital. Then secondly, it is a sector which provides you with great employment opportunities also, because that is why nearly half of our population is working in this sector. 49% employment it provides. Contribution to government's revenue, it is an important source of revenue. No, it is not. Agriculture is a very protected industry sector, you can say, in our economy, because farmers are considered to be poor, their income is not even taxed. So it is, from revenue point of view, it is not a big sector, important sector, but it is important when it is in distress. When the farmers are in distress, the government has to support them. They have to waive off their loans, they have to provide them credit with no interest rates, and all these support that the government has to provide them makes the government go in deficit. So that point of view, it is important for the government, not from the point of view of revenue generation, but from the point of view of supporting them in distress. That is when the government budgets are affected. So they influence government deficit. They do not influence government income or revenue. Now what is important is, agriculture is a sector we can solve our problem of urban congestion, because we have not developed it properly. There has been people are coming from rural areas, they are shifting towards urban area because they cannot use their skills there, they are not even skilled, so they are coming to urban areas. So if we have a proper development of the agriculture sector where the rural people can use their efforts there only, it would be better. It can solve the problem of urban congestion and brain drain also. It is not that the rural people are not skilled, but it is that they do not have proper knowledge. If we provide them knowledge, if we provide them skill, then this problem can be the problem of brain drain, of youths coming from rural to urban areas, and population increasing of urban areas can be resolved if they have proper growth takes place of the agriculture sector. So we have seen how it is important, what role it plays in Indian economy. It is an employment generator. 49% population workforce is employed in agriculture sector. Share in national income, earlier it was 55%, but now it is 14%. It supports other industries like sugar industry, textile industry. All these industries it supports by providing inputs. Share in foreign trade, earlier it was a major exporter. Now it has fallen down. We have introduced SAPs to promote exports, and imports are negligible because we have become self-sufficient. It is supplier of food for population, fodder for livestock, for animals, savings of capital. They have less capital output ratio. Less capital is required for producing a unit of output. Contributions to government's revenue, not much, but deficit it affects. And it can help if grown properly, if proper care is taken, it can help the solve problem of urban congestion and brain drain. So this is the role that agriculture plays in India.